Back here at home tonight and the landmark moment in American history today. President Biden making Juneteenth a new federal holiday, marking the day the last African-American slaves were freed in Texas following the Civil War. And there was a moment today, the president kneeling before 94-year-old Opal Lee from Texas, who worked so hard to see this day. Here's ABC senior national correspondent Steve Osunsami tonight.
With the stroke of his pen today, President Biden signed into law a federal holiday for an event that many Americans had never even heard of until a few years ago.
This is a day of profound, in my view, profound weight and profound power.
That is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now.
Freedom Day for American slaves, Juneteenth, and it was almost 156 years ago to the day when federal troops moved into Galveston, Texas, setting free the last remaining slaves in America who had no idea that they had been freed years before.
We are gathered here in a house built by enslaved people.
Senator Tim Scott said last night that America is not a racist country. Do you agree with that? And what do you make of his warning against fighting discrimination with more discrimination?
I believe that we need to well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today. And I applaud the president for always having the ability and the courage, frankly, to speak the truth about it. He spoke what we know from the intelligence community. One of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism, manifested by white supremacists. And so these are issues that we must confront. And it does not help to heal our country, to unify us as a people, to ignore the realities of that. And I think the president has been outstanding and a real national leader on the issue of saying, let's confront the realities and let's deal with it, knowing we all have so much more in common than what separates us. And the idea is that we want to unify the country, but not without speaking truth and requiring accountability as appropriate.
We are footsteps away from where President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
The first black vice president was holding the hand of the 94-year-old black woman who helped make this happen, Miss Opal Lee. President Biden thanked her today. She's marched for years trying to make Juneteenth a holiday.
I'm really a little old lady in tennis shoes getting in everybody else's business.
There are many who feel it's no accident that this is happening after the street protests following the murder of George Floyd and the growing conversations over race in this country. And the president today is saying there is still work to do.
We see this assault from restrictive laws, threats of intimidation, voter purges, and more. An assault that offends the very democracy, our very democracy.
Across this nation, 16 states have recently passed new voting laws that many feel are meant to suppress the black vote. Nearly 400 similar laws have been introduced in state houses nationwide. Even lawmakers who fought against legislation focused on racial equality came out in support of this holiday. This year, Juneteenth falls on a Saturday, but the federal government says that it is set to recognize this holiday for most federal workers tomorrow.
Say, family, What I'm about to say, I'm not trying to disrespect our fathers and our foremothers, but I have to say this. This is why the younger generation don't listen to the older generation. This is why the younger generation do not listen to the older generation. Because you care more about a holiday being passed than black life. You care more about a holiday being passed than black life. But the Asians don't care about that. The Asians went to Joe Biden and got 50 million. The Asians went to Joe Biden and got laws put into place that if you do something to them, you going to prison. What we got? A holiday? Why did you need Joe Biden to put this into law when black people was already celebrating this? Why did you need Joe Biden to put this into law when black people was already celebrating Juneteenth? This is why I say, family, we have chains on our mind, not on our neck no more. We have chains on our mind, not on our neck no more. And this is why the world look at black people and shake their head, man. They look at black people and mock and laugh and scoff at us and wag their head, man. This is why, family, because we are asleep. What are you celebrating? Because you're not free. What are you celebrating? You can't live where you want. You can't go where you want. You can't fly where you want. You can't do nothing in their society. You still a slave. But the chains is on your mind now. And I'm trying to understand, what are you celebrating? Now, I don't got nothing against Juneteenth, because our people do come together on that day. But all I'm asking you is, why did you need Joe Biden to pass a law for something black people was using to come together and unify? So now they know that you spend trillions of dollars. Now they did commercialize this thing. And now they gonna make money off of something you was using to unify. Black man and black woman, you are asleep. You are so asleep, you don't know if you coming or going. And this is why I'm trying to tell you, you better wake up. And you better understand that you are still in captivity. You better understand that the Most High God then already gave you the ability and the skills and the intellect to do for self. But you always looking for politicians. 4 years, and the next 4 years, and the next 4 years. You waiting on the man to do something for you that you can do for self. Why do we always go outside ourselves, looking for help for people that's not gonna help us? We have to come together as a people, the ones who can come together. And we can do for self, family. Black people got businesses, support those businesses. Stop going to them for everything. Do we have to go to them for some things? Absolutely. But if you got a black man, he's selling merchandise for Juneteenth, why are you gonna go over here to the corporation? Why are you not gonna just buy it from your brother or your sister? We don't need these people, family. And to the older generation, you gotta step aside and let the young folk do what they do. To the older generation, you gotta step aside and let these young folk do what they do. Black man, black woman, you are the smartest man and woman on the earth. You can build anything with your hands. I mean, you built the White House. You built up America for everybody else to get to enjoy your labor. Everybody get to enjoy your blood, sweat, and tears. But they don't give you any respect. And the reason why they don't give you any respect, because you don't demand respect. All you do is beg for holidays. No laws to be passed to stop the killings of black people by police. No laws to be passed that they stop discriminating against us. No laws to be passed that we can live where we choose. No laws to be passed, but a holiday. Juneteenth, y'all clapping and jumping up and down for a holiday that you was already celebrating and coming together on that day way before Joe Biden. But this is what I mean when I tell you this, family, that we are a lost people. We are so asleep and the world know it. But a day will come when black people will wake up and we're going to come together as a people under the banner of Yahshua HaMashiach. That day is coming, family. And for all the coons who run around asking for these type of things to be passed, but not doing what the Asians did. All you black politicians are weak. You weak and you sleep. Black man and black woman, wake up before it's too late. And your brother K. Judah wanna say, Shalom.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Hey, family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Hey, family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Hey, family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.